Hey guys, it is Stanley. There is some sort of liquid falling from the sky. That is rain. We are not in California anymore. We are in Munich, Germany. And the reason I'm in Munich, Germany is to experience Oktoberfest with some of my friends. But while I'm here, one of my favorite movies from 1971, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the classic movie musical, was filmed in and around Munich, Germany. There are 3 goals I need to accomplish with this video. 1, I need to find as many Willy Wonka locations as I can in one afternoon. I only have so much time. 2, I need to find a cute little German coffee shop because I'm running on fumes and I need caffeine. And 3, I need to find a chocolate bar with a golden ticket inside. I'm not gonna get past Wonka's gates without it. That last one's gonna be very difficult to pull off. Plus the weather's supposed to take a turn for the worst. We have so much time and so little to do. Wait, strike that, reverse it. All right, are you ready? Get set, off we go. After a couple of shots of chocolate being made at the Toblerone factory in Switzerland, the next scene is right down this alleyway. The movie opens up on this light fixture pointing towards the steeple of a church. That's the same light fixture, this is the same building, you can see those same shapes. And it's hard to match up this shot, you almost need a stepladder. Amazing that it's all still here 54 years later. Next, you see this door and it opens and all the kids come flooding, running out of this school. And this door is connected to the steeple we saw earlier. They're running out of a church. This is the St. Sylvester church here in Munich. It's a Catholic church, so that means Charlie Bucket and his classmates must be Catholic. So all these kids are running out of a Catholic school. And this is the same door. You can see these 3 dark squares on the door in the film. This church was built in the 14th century and it was dedicated to John the Baptist.
Don't lose your head, Augustus. We wouldn't want anyone to lose that. Yeah.
John the Baptist himself would be beheaded by Herod Antipas on the request of his daughter, Salome. Eventually, Pope Sylvester I, who was the Pope from 314 to 335, was later made the patron saint of this church, and it was renamed St. Sylvester Church. And on the far side of the church is this all-seeing eye, Illuminati, Mason type symbol that you can see in the movie. I mean, you can kind of see it. Weird nonetheless. All right, back to the movie. As the camera pans to the right, notice the buildings in the background, they look nearly identical. They still have those little balconies. And I got to run down the steps that all the kids ran down, who are now boomers, which is wild to think about. So all the kids start running out of this Catholic school and they're running down the steps. You can see the signs in the background saying use the crosswalk, but the kids could care less. And they're running all through the street in all directions, jaywalking. Did these kids learn anything in Catholic school?
What is this, Wonka? Some kind of fun house?
Why, having fun?
And if you're having fun, please give this video a like, subscribe if you want, and share this video with a Wonka fan.
Oh sweet, I just stumbled upon a cute little German coffee shop. Let's go inside and get caffeinated. All right, cute German coffee shop unlocked. Oh, that is good. That is really good.
I was feeling super jet lagged, so I'm so glad to achieve this coffee goal. Now I gotta find a chocolate bar with a golden ticket inside. I still don't know how I'm gonna do that. Alright, let's continue on with the movie.
Next we see the kids run past what looks like an apartment complex, a television repair shop, to right here, where Bill's candy shop was located.
There's the apartment complex, there's the television repair shop, and just down the road about 15 or 20 feet would have been Bill's candy shop.
That church spire is still back there. We just can't see it now with all the trees.
Let me show you.
And let me get beyond the trees here.
There it is, that spire is still there. As for Bill's candy shop,
I'm pretty sure that was just a facade because the ornate Bill's candy shop looks like it was just attached to whatever large building was here at the time.
in fact, in this scene, you can see some light seeping through the seam of where the facade attached to the building.
To see that we are correct about this being the spot of Bill's candy shop, they filmed the scene from inside the facade. Across the street, you can see that pole right there, and these two ventilation drafts or whatever those are. And to triple check that we are in the right spot, Charlie walks, uncut, for 25 steps.
Until he reaches Mr. Joe Peck.
Okay, I don't have a tripod, so I had to put my camera on a metal pole way out there. Anyways, this would be the edge of Bill's candy shop, and it took Charlie 25 uninterrupted steps to get to where we see him talk to Mr. Joe Peck in the movie. Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So in the movie, there used to be a wooden fence right here. You can see that in the film, and this is where Charlie talked to Mr. Joe Peck.
Ah, come along, Charlie. You're late.
You can see this pipe in the movie, and you can see this sign with the red frame around it.
I always wondered what that sign with the red frame said.
You're right.
It says H153-9-2-4. I have no idea what that means. It must be a German thing.
There you are. Thanks.
These windows and the two doors with the stone framing around them can also be seen. Besides papers, Mr. Joe Peck is also selling the German travel magazine Marion. This issue from 1969 is all about Florence, Italy. And it can be seen in the film. Mr. Joe Peck was also selling the August 1st, 1970 Vogue magazine called the Look Young issue. I feel like Charlie should have picked this up and taken it home to his poor mom. She gets no help from her parents or in-laws. They won't even get out of bed. And I shudder to think what she's had to do besides wash clothes to keep food on that table. Let's just say it looks like she's seen some things. Charlie gets his papers from Mr. Joe Peck and runs down the street. And fair warning, before we get started, I just want to apologize in advance to all German nationals or people who speak German. I'm going to butcher these German street names. I don't know any German. I wish I was in France. I feel a lot more comfortable speaking French. I've studied French. I kiss that way. But I'm out of my element here. All right, let's go. Let's go deliver some papers. Next, you see Charlie running down the Ludwig Bridge. It's been heavily remodeled and altered over the decades, and this is all that's left of the original stonework.
As Charlie's running down the bridge, notice these two scratches in the stonework. They can still be seen to this day.
And here on the side of the same bridge that he just ran past is where the farmer's market was located, where Charlie Bucket drops a paper in this woman's bucket. From the bridge, Charlie runs across the street to our next delivery. On his route, Charlie comes running right down this road, and in the movie, and back in the 70s, this was a bar. And there used to be a door right here where this window is, and in the movie, if you look closely, Charlie chucks a paper right through the door, and he hits the owner in the shoulder.
A guy who works here popped his head out the window and asked me what I was doing. I told him that Willy Wonka was filmed right here, and he had no idea. He was so happy to hear that. And he laughed how someone came all the way from California to Germany to tell him something about his neighborhood.
Wow, it's weird being in a new country. For only like the 6th time in my life, I am a foreigner. And I'm such a foreigner. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. Oh, such a foreigner right now. All right, let's keep walking.
Okay, this next location I couldn't make it to. I had to make some hard choices. I was running out of time. But here it is on Google Maps. And as you can see, the steep slope of the house is still there, but the wooden fence in the backyard is gone. It looks like they've created some kind of garage now or addition. But the building across the street is still the same. It still has that kind of square etched into it on the side of the building. But yeah, I wish I could have made it here, but I was running out of time.
Time is a precious thing. Never waste it.
And speaking of time, we gotta kick it into high gear.
Next, we see Charlie running down the Munich passing station ramp. Now, this whole ramp has been remodeled and altered, and we'll come back here in a second, but first, it fades
To the first time we see Willy Wonka's factory.
This used to be the old Munich gasworks factory. The gasworks provided gas from 1906 through 1975 for the municipality of the Musak.
You can see smoke coming out of the smokestacks in the movie, but only a few years later, the gasworks would be retired. And here's the part of Munich that the gaswork provided gas for, the region of the Musak, in case you were interested. And that tower seen prominently in the film is still there. We just can't see it anymore from our angle because of this huge public works building.
And that tower, hidden behind this building, was the water tower for the gasworks.
Here's an old aerial photograph. I'm not sure on the year, but there's the water tower, and there's one of the smokestacks also seen in the movie. Here's the only other picture of the gasworks I could find online, and behind this big oil barrel contraption would be the water tower. And right here is where we are, at the gates to the factory. Now the water tower is still there, but unfortunately it's under construction right now. They're doing some repairs, but that beautiful water tower is still there. This building right here can also be seen in the movie. Too bad they built this huge public works building. It really blocks the view of the water tower and the other buildings that were here originally.
Charlie is looking at the letters of the smokestack, lighting up, spelling Wonka, when we get our first jump scare, when the Tinker startles Charlie and all of his kids watching at home.
Up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen.
This was one of the scariest scenes for me as a child, and little did I know that the Tinker was reciting lines from William Allingham's poem, The Fairies.
Up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen. We dare not go a-hunting, for fear of little men.
Dude was spitting bars, and I thought Eminem was the greatest white rapper. No, the Tinker's got mad flow. He's straight out of Munich.
He's a tinker with attitude.
The Tinker jump scare is one of the scariest things when you're a kid. And little did we know, the Tinker was scaring us with poetry.
And behind Charlie is this shiny stone that always catches my eye, so I had to look for it when I got here. And there it is. It's lost some of its sheen over the years, but that's the same stone.
Then the Tinker added the creepy lines, nobody ever goes in, nobody ever goes out. And then he took his tinkering tools and meat cleavers and went off this way while Charlie ran home. All right, we'll come back to Wonka's factory in just a minute, but we gotta go find a candy bar with a gold ticket inside, or we're not gonna get behind these gates. Let's go.
Okay, I found a department store in the city center that has a whole bunch of candy. They got a variety of truffles, and bonbons, and flat pieces of chocolate. And they got candy bars. Hopefully, this has a golden ticket inside. There was a woman handing out candy there, and she gave me a chocolate ball, and it was scrumdiddlyumptious.
All right, we made it to Hofbräu. This is where Augustus Gloop was interviewed by reporters for being the first person to ever find a golden ticket. Now, the original building that they filmed in from the movie, it burnt down in 1987, but it was rebuilt and it looks fairly similar.
So even though this restaurant burnt down in 1987, they rebuilt it with very similar archways like you see in the film. I don't know exactly what section of the restaurant they filmed this in, but it was somewhere on these premises. Augustus Gloop is drinking out of a Polonier mug. Polonier is one of the local breweries here in Munich. And I found this very similar vintage mug on eBay. It has the same old vintage Polonier logo. And when Augustus sets the mug down, you can see on the right-hand side there's some flowers and stuff. And this one I found on eBay has the same flowers. This place wasn't just the site of the first golden ticket winner. In 1919, a young Adolf Hitler gave his very first political speech on these grounds. So Slugworth wasn't the first evil guy to inhabit this restaurant.
I'm always trying to slip into Munich's DMs. And speaking of DMs, I tried to ask Julie Dawn Cole a question on Instagram, but she never saw it.
I asked Julie, who played Veruca Salt, if in the scene where she becomes the second golden ticket winner, was that filmed at an actual warehouse, or was that filmed at Bavarian Filmstrat, the movie studio, where they shot all the interior scenes? But again, she never got back to me. I guess she didn't see it.
Or she thought I was a bad egg.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the sign of our times, the symbol of the havoc, the mad craze that's sweeping the world today.
This is where the reporter was standing doing a report on all the trash and garbage, all the wrappers and Wonka bars that people have left searching for a golden ticket. Hey, it was the sign of the times. Everybody was in the craze, the mad craze of searching for a golden ticket.
That Catholic church back there, the spires are still there. They've remodeled some of the upper level of the building in front of it, so you can't see those circular features as much anymore. That really old style looking building, still there. This building has been remodeled. This skinny building in the middle, remodeled but still there. And the other building seen in the movie, which looks like it's under major reconstruction, is still there to this day.
Wait, where did my drone go? It said signal lost. It's up there somewhere. Hopefully not in a million pieces. Well, it was up there and now it is in pieces. I've had this little drone for a long time. Adieu, Wiedersehen, parting is such sweet sorrow.
This is the sound it made as it fell out of the sky. Man, instead of a battery, I should have put fizzy lifting drink in this thing.
You can fly to the moon this way.
Let's just fly south for the winter.
I will remember you.
Just a few feet down from Bill's candy shop.
Looking through the TV repair shop window, which stood about right here, Charlie Beckett learns that golden ticket number 3 has been found in Miles City, Nevada by Violet Beauregard. And looking through the TV repair shop window, behind Charlie, you can see that window right there on the left, that pipe, and that window right there.
Also in this scene, Charlie's eyes are pretty red. Did he take a puff from his Grandpa Joe's pipe? If so, what kind of tobacco is Grandpa Joe smoking? And Violet is one of my favorite characters. She just loves to rub in her bubblegum chewing feet to her friend, Cornelia Prince Metal.
Hi, Cornelia. How are you, sweetie?
Right down Samstrasse Lane and Lillenstier is our next location. And I believe we go through behind these buildings. I think we'll see something really neat. And we made it to where Mrs. Bucket worked. This is where Charlie's mom did laundry. I'm pretty sure they filmed the interiors inside of this building too, because you can see all the clothes washing machines and the big cauldrons that she was washing clothes in. You can see them behind her.
And you know what? I think these are the same doors, just refurbished. When Charlie's about to leave, look at the design on the doors with the 4 squares and kind of the T shape in the middle. Yeah, these are the same doors. When Charlie opens the door, we get a good shot of the parking lot, which is still here to this day.
And as Charlie's walking off, his mom starts singing, "You get blue like everyone, but me and Grandpa Joe will make your troubles go away, flow away, there they go."
This sign, which is now on the right, used to be on the left in the 1970s. And this would be Charlie's point of view walking down this lane. Back over at the laundry, Charlie's mom sits down on the steps and keeps on singing. Charlie continues his walk in the small village of Grunwald, which is south of Munich. I knew I wasn't gonna have a chance to get all the way over here, but here it is on Google Maps. This cylinder you see in the background are the cylindered pillars of this store. And you can see a car making a turn onto this street. And this is the curve in the road right here. Now this is where the camera was placed. I can't get up here on Google Maps, but here is the sidewalk that Charlie was walking down, and the camera was pointed in this direction.
Just up the road from where Bill's candy shop was, around the corner, is where Charlie was walking in between some cars. And he walks down here, and unfortunately, they added this park here, and so they took out some of the parking, which used to line up till about right over here.
These buildings behind Charlie are still there. We just can't see them because of the trees. Let me walk over there. They're a different color now, but they're all still there. Okay, we're gonna have to really use our imaginations right here because this park and these trees were all added after 1971. But this building at the corner is still there. So Charlie is basically walking where all these leaves are right now. Even the large building behind him has been completely remodeled.
The coin Charlie finds is a Teresa Maria Thaler coin. It's an Austrian coin. And he takes that coin and he walks down to Bill's candy shop.
Here's a closer look at a Maria Teresa Thaler coin. The side you see of the coin in the movie is the back side of the coin. This one recently sold on eBay for about $48. No wonder Charlie could buy a scrumdiddlyumptious and a Wonka bar and get change back.
After buying a scrumdiddlyumptious and a Wonka bar, Charlie leaves from Bill's candy shop and heads down towards Mr. Joe Peck's newsstand where he sees a commotion going on. Turns out the ticket from Paraguay was a fraud. So Charlie makes his way past the wooden fence, past the cigarette ad, to about right here, and decides to open up his Wonka bar.
We get some interesting information on the back of this Wonka bar. One, we get the ingredients. It's milk chocolate with vanilla and artificial flavorings. Artificial flavorings? What kind of nonsense is that?
A little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest.
And in this still frame it says, packaged by the Quaker Oats Company, Chicago, Illinois. Was Wonka outsourcing manufacturing? Was there some kind of tariff going on? Well, actually, the Quaker Oats Company, most known for oatmeal and cereal, they wanted to get into the candy business. So they financed the entire movie for exclusive rights to make the candy. And they formed the Willy Wonka Candy Company to coincide with the movie. The problem was they weren't super skilled at making candy. They did release the Wonka Super Scrunch Bar and the Peanut Butter Oompas, but their signature candy, the Wonka Bar, never got released. They couldn't get the formula right, and their bars melted too quickly and they never made it to production. I still say if somebody comes out with a Wonka bar that's pure chocolate with the packaging that looks just like the movie, they're gonna make a lot of money.
He'll sell 1 million bars.
And Charlie finally got his golden ticket. It all happened right here.
All right, so here's the candy bar we bought earlier. Let's open it up and see if there's any gold in it.
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
We found it. We found the last golden ticket. Now we can get inside Wonka's factory. Let's go.
Like, what are the chances of that? This is insane. It's almost as if I planted it myself.
So Charlie goes running off home. Charlie does a lot of running in this movie.
If the good Lord had intended us to walk, he wouldn't have invented roller skates.
And Charlie comes running around this corner. He almost hits a couple of old people, and he runs down the sidewalk there.
This is the final location that I wasn't able to get to, and it really bummed me out. I really wanted to run through these archways. This is at 39 Maximilianstrasse, and I love that the archways are still painted orange. These archways are part of the Regierung von Oberbayern building. I know I butchered that name. It might as well be renamed Haswa Achnau, which is Wonka washed backwards. But this amazing structure is a government building.
Then we see Charlie running down the München passing station ramp that we saw earlier, and this time he takes a right into the tunnel. But as he does, notice these stones right here. A lot of these stones on the corner, although it's been remodeled, are still original stones. You see this indentation right here. There was a sign right here in the movie, and you'll see this indentation above it. Then on the next brick above that, you'll see this kind of triangle indentation in the shadows. When Charlie was running down here in the movie, there was a peace sign on the wall. Hey, it was the 1970s.
Now there's just sky and clouds adorning these walls.
Then Slugworth comes around the corner and stops Charlie. He offers him $10,000. That's equal to $83,000 today for one everlasting gobstopper. See, that whole top section? Used to be an iron gate up there where I guess you can look out. Now it's some kind of lounge of some kind.
I tried to get up there, but the door was locked. Too bad it doesn't have one of those musical combinations.
Rachmaninoff. Wrong!
Wrong, Mrs. TV. Wonka was playing the overture to The Marriage of Figaro by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
All right, we're at the part where Charlie runs down the alleyway. This is what it looks like from the outside. You probably don't recognize it, but once we get inside, you might remember what I'm talking about.
This is the best I could do with putting my camera on a ledge and having it track me. When Charlie gets to the end to make a right, he basically runs into a dead end. This white building is some kind of blacksmith shop, which must have been connected to this other building in the 1970s because it also looks like some kind of blacksmith shop way back in the 70s.
And this amazing old building is still here. It dates back to the 1850s.
I believe this is some kind of school now.
Okay, we have to go fast here. I'm running out of daylight and I'm running out of time. Also, I think I'm the only person in Munich wearing sunglasses. Hey, it's my thing. All right, let's keep going. Oh man, guys, I am lost. There's no easy way of knowing which direction we are going. This is where Charlie Bucket's house was located. Charlie ran around here and they built this old derelict shack up on this little hillside. You only see the outside of Charlie's home in 2 shots. That one right there, and then later on you'll see it again from about this angle. And directly behind Charlie's house is this river. Charlie had riverfront property. Am I doing Willy Wonka locations or a river runs through it? But boy oh boy, imagine if this was a chocolate river.
That would be magical. And speaking of magical, Munich, whether it's raining or sunny, it's an amazing place, full of history, charm, a lively culture, and amazing people.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Back at Wonka's Gates, the camera pans up and we hear a brass band playing Marching to the Mountains. I believe it's an old German military song. I couldn't find much info about it, but that's the song that they're playing. I need to jump ahead to this freeze frame. Notice the building across the street. It spans the entire length of the factory. But as you can see, the building across the street now, behind all these trees and foliage, has either been renovated and chopped in half, or it's a completely different building. So this would be the general area of where Mrs. TV and Mike TV were sitting.
This is it, folks. This is the big day. The historic day on which Willy Wonka has promised to open his gates and shower gifts on the 5 lucky...
The Beauregards were farther to the left, so you might have gotten a piece of this new building in their shot. Violet is still sticking it to her friend Cornelia.
Hi, Cornelia, sweetie. I've still got it. How's this for a stretch?
The clock on the gasworks water tower strikes 10 a.m., and everybody's in anticipation to see Willy Wonka.
So the actual Wonka entrance door into the factory was a facade that they attached to the side of this building. All right, I got my golden ticket, and now we could be one of the lucky few to go behind these gates. Let's go. Oh wait, the gate's wide open. Are you telling me I didn't need to find a golden ticket? I could have just came here and walked through here?
Security sure has gotten lax ever since Charlie took over. Let's look at some details of Wonka's factory.
That's the same ironwork on the gates there. These circular orbs on top of the concrete, still here to this day.
After the gasworks closed, they tore up all the cobblestone, planted grass, and turned this area into a small park. The whimsical, ornate gate made for the movie is much more impressive than what's here now.
This is where Veruca and Mr. Salt pushed through everybody so she could be first into the gates.
It's nice to have you here. I'm so glad you could come.
I'm Veruca Salt.
My dear Veruca, what a pleasure.
Augustus Gloop.
Augustus, my dear boy, how good to see you. And it's such a
Charlie Bucket.
Well, Charlie Bucket. I read all about you in the papers. I'm so happy for you.
This is where Mr. Willy Wonka would have taken my ticket.
I think I would have lasted pretty long in Wonka's factory. I got the heart of Charlie Bucket, but I got the love of movies and television like Mike TV, so it's up for debate.
Because it's just a facade, after they walk down the red carpet and into the facade door, I'm sure they just went in that door and then just stood right outside here somewhere. So the cast would have gone through a facade and they probably all just stood about right here, waiting for the director to yell cut.
Goodbye, Wonka's factory. I'm sure our paths will cross another time.
Well guys, I hope you had fun. We found most of the Willy Wonka locations. We found a cute German coffee shop. We found a candy bar that had a golden ticket inside. How amazing is that? I also got to fly my drone in a foreign country, and I got to crash my drone in a foreign country. We really did it all. All right, I'll see you guys next time. But first, I could use a little fizzy lifting drink of my own. And I finally made it to Oktoberfest. Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. Oh, that's good. Oh, and don't forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything he ever wanted. He lived happily ever after. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.